What's up, y'all? I'm late. Okay. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. My bad. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm late. I need to start. I need to learn how to work this. Now my titties, they sitting up, baby. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. The girls is look. Okay. They my bad. My bad, y'all. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? What is good? What is good? Come on in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. What's good in the hood? Now I'm still learning how to do this thing here. So forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to make everything go straight. Hold on a second. Cause let me make sure. Okay. Hey, y'all, welcome in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed to this channel. Make sure that you share this live. Share this live, okay? Share this live, share this live, share this live. Okay, making sure that I am on point there. And I am. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And I don't know I got on this what you call them, this support, and it's support. Okay. I love it. I love it. But it got this protruding, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to keep them in. Stay down there, y'all. Stay tucked in. Don't come out there. Stay tucked in. Okay, but sometimes they mind their own business. But hey, y'all, I hope everybody's doing their positive affirmations before I get started. I hope everybody is doing their positive affirmation. So, y'all see my title. I ain't going to be on here long because I'm on my lunch break, but I have an hour. But y'all see this? Do y'all see what's going on? Now, I'm going to try to, me during the day, I try to be positive because, during the day, people need positive enforcement to make it through their day sometime. You know what I mean? But I just had to touch on this because I just noticed that it's been a pattern going on throughout the saga. Throughout the saga. And I'm talking about, let me touch my hey Shalom. Let me speak to everybody coming in. Okay, cuz thank you, Miss Jessica. Hey, Miss Jessica, beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for sharing. I know we definitely got grandma titties, don't we? We got grandma titties. We got grandma titties. Hey, y'all. Yes, thank you so much for saying that, Shalom. Okay, y'all know I'm still trying to navigate. Hey, Mr. Mitri, what's going on, y'all? Okay, y'all. So y'all see this? Now I'm bringing this to pass because we got court cases, TPOs, denials. Okay, we have them all. And I said I was going to try not to name some people, but I've already talked to people behind the scenes like they don't care if I mention them or not. But I'm just saying, hey J. Lou, hey godson, what's going on? Hey Rashida, baby, what's going on, baby? What's good, Miss Rashida? But y'all see, it just seems like this. I know we all came together for a purpose, right? We did. We came together for a purpose. We came together because one side believed a certain person and the other side believed the other person, right? I don't know how it has gotten to the point where we are in courtrooms being accused, being falsely alleged. And this, let me say this video is alleged and for conversational and educational purposes only. Okay. So everything I'm saying is alleged, but I have to say that, right? But we've been in courtrooms, and I'm going to throw myself in there because I've been in courtrooms for this saga, for things that happened because of this saga, right? But we have TPOs being thrown out there. TPOs. That's temporary protection orders against people who may be harassing you, stalking, threatening, a multitude of things, right? We have charges that's being filed for defamation of character, and even lawsuits. Lawsuits is such as not a pretty good penny. It's not big, but I think 15,000 is a pretty good penny to me. That's all I'm going to say. I just don't like that people are using the courts for their advantage instead of, and this is the thing, if we're out here going back and forth with each other, why are you taking me to court? Anybody in the chat can answer that. If we're going back and forth on the YouTube streets, like you say something about me, I say something about you, you say something about me, I say something about you, why are you taking me to court? Why? I feel like this. The only reason that you would be taking me to court is because you angry, you mad. You angry, you mad. Maybe I got the best of you in one of our back and forths. You're trying to stunt. That's what we used to say back in the day. Trying to stunt for your supporters. You're trying to prove a point. And my thing is, you're trying to prove a point to whom? Because some of these people that support you really don't know you like that. They just support you, right? So why couldn't you be your genuine self and handle the situation as you take it? I just feel like I'm going to use my cousin, Break Room 411. I call her cousin. But I know for a fact that for a while she wasn't out here doing nothing but her own content. The Royal, she had, party nights, game nights. She had a lot of stuff going on. But when you poke the bear, sometimes you get bit or scratched or either or. So now that you've poked the bear and she's out here defending herself, right? Because that's what she's doing. She defending herself. So now that she's defending herself, people want to say she's spazzing out. I heard her get threatened a couple of times. I don't even see that she got a bang bang pulled on her and my cousin Buck. For what reason? I don't know. Hey, Miss Brenda, how you doing, sugar wooger? For what? For what? And this is my thing. The strong content creators, yeah, I'm calling them strong. The strong content creators will do their content and keep it moving. Whether that content is you, whether that content is whatever they choose to talk about, that's what they do. Now, the certain people that are strong content creators who can do their content without filing any charges, are the ones that are being attacked the most. That are being attacked the most. And it's from people who tend to want to attack first. And I find it funny. Hey, Niecy, baby, how you doing? I find it funny. It's funny I don't have no mods in here, but I'm gonna have to mod a couple of y'all. But it's funny how people want to antagonize you and don't want you to respond. I'm a person that believes in I just don't pay them no dust. Especially if I don't rock with you and you saying something about me, I don't give a care what you're saying, right? But people who choose not to do what I do and they want to defend themselves, because sometimes I will come out here and defend myself, especially if you lying. You know what I'm saying? If you lying on me, I'm gonna come out here and defend myself. I have every right to, right? But if I'm not lying on you and I'm telling the truth about you, why are you mad? Why are you mad? I was in Miss Amore's chat, or more. Well, I call her more. And she was talking about how you should not be wasting the court's time if you really don't have a case. Now, and then I heard a clip from the opposed party saying that she did have a case. Well, this is my thing. If you had a case, you would have won it. If you feel like you have a case, you would have won it. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm talking about. It's been false charges. I was on the end of the false charges. You know what I'm saying? And Toya, I hope you're okay with me calling out your name. I went to court twice with Toya. Twice. And some of the charges that she had were false charges. It was a person that was really upset and I am out to get her type mode. And I'm just going to try to file some false charges. I'm going to try to take her down by any means necessary. Now, y'all tell me this. A person who wants to file false charges because they're mad and they're angry and because I have to win by any means necessary. So in order for me to win, I got to lie. That's wasting the court's time. And eventually it's going to catch up with you. Eventually it will catch up with you one way or the other. Now, I was a character witness for someone else in this saga. And the person basically was not lying, but was not, let me see how I can put it. The person actually was not, the conversation that the person was given did not have anything to do with why we was in the court. You know why? Because that person didn't really have no reason to be doing the things that they were doing. They just did it on the strength of, because I support this person, right? Which further let me believe you didn't like the person. You didn't like the person. So because you didn't like this person, you chose to defame this person, bully this person, do all this stuff. And then when the person finally got ready to take you to court, all the paperwork that you had didn't even explain why you was doing the things that you were doing. Not really. Not really. That's probably why yours wasn't awarded either. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Why bring or why get mad at someone? You're so mad that you have to impress your people or your supporters on your platform by lying. By lying. I guess once you tell one lie, you have to keep them up or you have to keep lying. I always try to make a positive out of any situation, right? Especially during the day. But I agree with Miss Amora. You shouldn't be wasting the court's time on frivolous, frivolous charges. You shouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Now we have the two people that we came into this saga for living their lives. Whatever lives they live in them. But now you have content creators attacking other content creators, mad about how much someone is making, how many people in the chat, who in the chat, who's talking in the chat, who's laughing in the chat, who's saying something smart in the chat. And then you have the content creator attacking the supporters as well. Because of the lies. And everybody's going to see it how they're going to see it, just like I'm going to see it how I see it because it's my opinion and I'm rightfully to have it. I just feel like sometimes you should stop looking out a glass window if you're not ready to walk through it. If you're not ready to walk through a glass door, don't stir the pot. Why are you stirring the pot? Why would you stir the pot? My thing is sometimes people think they are stronger than what they are. Then you find someone that's stronger. Now that you got this person that is stronger than you, you don't want to fight fair. Hey, G-Dub, baby. What's going on, my boo thing? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming in here. But now you don't want to fight fair. You want to bring in people because you can't fight the fight by yourself with one person. So now you want to drag in other people. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Sometimes mentally, we want to keep our mental intact by any means necessary. Hey, Bet, what's going on? By any means necessary. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ms. Moore said she had like 5 charges from this internet, from YouTube, from people taking her to court. I think she said she's won 4 of them. She has 1 more to go. And this is my thing. If people really studied the law before they spent money to file charges, then they would know they don't really have any charges. You don't. Once again, if you come on here and you're doing a back and forth with someone, y'all, you call me a name, I called you a name back. You call me a name, I called you a name back. Right? So that's fair. It's all's fair in love and war. All's fair in love and war. Period. You can't tell me when to shut up. You can't tell me when to be quiet. Right? So because you came and struck me first, and now you're done striking me or, talking about me, and I'm talking about striking me as far as with your words, verbally. That doesn't mean I'm over it. That doesn't mean I'm over it. I can come out next week. I can come out 2 weeks from now. Remember that you said what you said, and here I go. But because people want you to be on their particular timing, they want everything to hash out when they want it to hash out. It don't work that. Life don't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. Now, I'm sorry, but I believe Miss Amora. I believe Miss Amora, and I believe Amora. Let me stop saying Miss Amora because me and her around the same age. I believe Amora. I believe Amora on what she said yesterday as far as how everything went in the court. I do. I believe Amora because the person that was in the court with her, I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of stuff go on with her, and I couldn't believe it myself because I really looked at this girl as being very credible. Very credible. I didn't think that Someone told me to watch out for her, but I ain't listen to them because I like to know people for myself. But when I seen what I seen, I'll just say this because I'm never mad at anything or hate anybody. I was very disappointed. Let me just say that. I was very disappointed in this person because I did think her intellect was very sufficient. I thought she had very good intellect. Another person out here who I thought was very intellectual. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? But disappointment happens, right? Hey, Truth in the City. What's up, beautiful? Disappointment happens, right? But you have these people here, content creators included, content creators going back and forth because they're mad about someone's money that they can't spend. So what I'm going to do is because I don't have the talent, I'm not allegedly, I'm just saying allegedly, to make the money that a particular person is making, I want to do everything I can to destroy them. It's all with human behavior, folks. It's all about human behavior. And are you a good human or are you a reckless human? That's all I got to say. Are you a good human or are you a reckless human? You know what I'm saying? You don't care about, and we see here that a lot of people don't care about the well being of their own families, right? They don't. They don't care about the safety of them. They don't care about nothing. So, with that being said, we have very disappointing to see. I have the side eye at him like now. Yeah, Truth in the City. Hey, X7, where you been? I ain't seen you, X7. I haven't seen you. I hope everything is okay. Do your positive affirmation, X7. But Truth in the City. I started out with a lot of these girls. I did. And to see it unfold like this is heartbreaking. Like, wow. Wow. It's good to know that a lot of people have turned around for the better. It's good to know that a lot of people have taken up for themselves and not let things go on and on. Me, I barely see people who talking about me. It has to be brought to me. But I don't just come out here willy-nilly because you talking about me. You get what I'm saying? I'm more of an actions person, if you know what I mean. I'm more of actions. So you talking about me on the internet is not going to move me or groove me any kind of way. But I am going to be in the chat when somebody else is talking about you laughing. Okay? I'm just going to do that. Okay, you've been working. Okay, girl, make that money. Don't let it make you. But it's just kind of, I miss you too, X7. But it's kind of funny. You know how you have all these court cases, all these TPOs, all these denials from people who came on here standing in their space, standing in their ground. Now, I'm going to use Toya once again, only because I want to make a clear point on Toya's situation. She got the raw end of the stick. Let me just say that. She did, right? She did. Because we definitely was in the courtroom with her one of those times, and we knew that she was not guilty. We knew that she shouldn't have got, a fine. We knew that. So with all the false stuff that this girl was saying and putting out, hey, Miss Willis, what's going on, beautiful cousin? That's you. Hey, cousin, what's going on? But we knew that she had those charges that were false. We knew that. You know what I'm saying? Because we were there. But to allow the person to make more false allegations, and she had to spend time for that false allegation. It's crazy to me. That means your anger for this certain person or your anger for these certain people is so bad. Hello, Miss Carolyn. How you doing, beautiful? Your anger is controlling the way that you move. And that's heartening. That's disheartening. That you're letting your anger take control of how you move or how you maneuvering out your day. You're so obsessed with a person or you're so angry with the person that you want to see malice intentions done for them or to them. Anything that's around them or anything that they love, you want to see malice done to them because of your anger. Where you do that at? Where we do that at? I guess here on YouTube. Miss Rashida said, people just too grown to be acting like they are. Hold on. Hey, Miss Candice, how you doing, Sugar Wooger? I'm gonna put your thing on the screen. Let me see. Okay, let me go back. You said people just too grown to be acting like they are like are you two and having a terrible temper tantrum. Acting like babies on here. Like you tell a baby they can't have nothing in the stuff, what they do? Someone fall out on you and start kicking and doing We got grown people out here with so much malice intent or want to harm people some harm because they can't control their emotions. They can't control their emotions or they can't take what they dish out. Now, this is what my mama always used to tell me because I was a fighter, young. You know what I'm saying? So she said, don't sign no checks your ass can't cash. She used to always say that. That means don't be bothering nobody if you just never know people. So don't go around picking fights with people. You let them come around to you. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like, hey, Tanya P, you said, and it's a game to them when they say, oh, I'm going to make y'all proud of me. Miss Tanya, that sounds so juvenile to say. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Miss Tanya, it sounds so juvenile for you to say that. I'm just saying, like, because when you get the courts involved, I'm just bringing this topic up because it's like when you bring the courts into the situation, that's as petty as you calling me a name, I'm calling you a name, and you get mad because I call you a name back, and now you want to press charges for no reason. When you the one out here calling me names first, like it's kind of crazy to me. And then they want to use, I wasn't talking about you, but sometimes your subliminals can only be about the person you're talking about. You know why? Because you haven't said anything else to that person. So why wouldn't I think that a subliminal was not about me? I'm just saying. Miss Laconda said, yes, it's so sad. I wish the best for everybody. I could never have that much hate in my heart. Me neither, Miss Lacondas. Like, I just can't. If we decide to part ways and I don't rock with you, I still wish you well. I just don't rock with you like that. I'll even be cordial to you. Hey, what's going on? But I'm not that mad at you to where I want to wish you harm or anything that you care about harm or do any harm to you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, of course, if someone want to try to do me harm, of course, I'm going to protect myself. However, if we're just having some word jargon back and forth, yes, I called it jargon. If we're just having word play back and forth, why would I say, oh, I'm gonna run up on them now, or I'm gonna find out where she's staying, pull up on them now. Oh, let me go to the court and file a TPO on her. But you call me a name first. But since I got the best out of my wordplay from you, now you want to have harm done to me. That's crazy, y'all. Like, that's crazy. And that just lets you know the mental state of people. Sometimes instead of you knowing what you need to be doing as far as basically keeping your mental intact, keeping your mental together, keeping your mental intact, making sure that you stay level headed and you know how to handle any situations, because every day ain't going to be a good day, right? Some days you're going to have to deal with different obstacles, right? So to me, what I feel like, or what I'm saying is, you should make sure that you're staying level headed. Like, I just refuse. I refuse to be acting like a donkey out here for people I don't even know. And then my thing is, people are going back and forth to court, and I don't even know you. I don't know you. So why am I taking you to court? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you like that to be taking you to court or you filing charges on me. You don't know me like that. You don't know who I got around me, period. Miss Rashida said, yep, I heard that saying. My mama also used to say, a hard ass will make a soft ass. These people are going to keep messing with the wrong person and catch a nice fade. Let me tell you something, Miss Rashida. Let me tell you something, Mr. Rashida. All I can say on that is people, I'm just going to say it. People got to stop acting like Billy Badass on the internet. They do. They do. Because I feel like this. If you speak it, act it. If you speak it, act it. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me. Show me what you're going to do. You talking about it? I've seen a lot of it happen plenty of times. Well, people will talk about it and no action comes behind it. Or I've seen people talk about it and the other person shows the action behind it. So sometimes people get on here, I guess, to prove a point to your supporters, to prove that you're stronger, or to prove that I'm going to tell the lie no matter how bad it makes me look. Because if you tell them the lie, of course it's going to be debunked with the truth. So I don't care how bad I look telling this lie. I have to tell a lie to keep my appearance up. And that's sad. That shows me you don't have any character. I said it. If you have to get on here every day and lie, what is your character? I'll wait. Like, what is your character? And I'm sorry that the girls are sitting up today. I'm sorry. But what is your character? Like, what is your character? Like, what is your character? If you're getting on here lying every day, what's your real character? What does it look like? What does it really look like? Then it shows how many people's in your circle. Because birds of a feather sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time, birds of a feather. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they are constantly trying hard. They are looking real crazy. And that's what I'm saying, Miss Tanya P. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think I read that though. I think that if you on here, no integrity whatsoever. None. These people ain't got none. No integrity. They just out here on a rampage. They out here on a rampage. They just want to prove points to people that they probably would never meet, never know, or never sit at a table with. Why? So why people will be saying, oh, they're fanned out, they're fanned out. But it seems like the content creators, it's like a switch swap. Some of the content creators seem like they're fanned out from their supporters. Because if you was not, you wouldn't be out here trying to prove no point to your supporters that you the toughest, you the roughest, you could stand on business. I just, I don't get it. And it's like, y'all poke with people who don't even be bothering you at all. Let's just keep it a buck. People be out here, they don't be bothering nobody. They may be talking about somebody else. And then you have people who just bring them up because, hey, they hot and smoking right now. So why not bring them up so I could draw traction? If you ain't got no content, just say that. Say you ain't got no content. I know my cousin Tiff, she comes up with something new all the time, just like her. I want y'all to go download the Saga soundtrack. Go download that Saga soundtrack because she always reinventing herself and doing new things. If anybody agree with me, just put a one in the chat. Just put a one in the chat. Tiff always come with something new all the time. Who would have known that her making these 1 and 2 minute raps, soundtracks, that it was going to turn into a whole Saga soundtrack? This thing going to turn into a Saga soundtrack. Only she know how to do things. You know what I'm saying? So her content is always going to be golden because she's always doing something different. But when you don't have nothing different, you continue on poking bears. You continue on poking the bear. You do. You do. You said, yes, TC. My granddad always said, all that talking gives a mofo time to whoop your ass. Walk it like you talk it. Or shut the F up. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? My mama always used to tell me, don't never give nobody the opportunity to hit you first. Or if they do, you know what I'm saying? Like if someone walks in your face, don't ever give nobody the opportunity to hit you first if they're in your space. You know, don't start nothing, but don't let nobody walk up on you either. You know what I'm saying? So this is my thing. You have to learn when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, when to run. You know, you just, yeah, I'm just being honest. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like being here on the YouTube side has taught me a lot of stuff. A lot about people's character, how far people will go. Tiff and a whole lyricist is a, yes, she is. She's a whole lyricist. One and it be Miss Jamaica. How you slip past? You been in here, girl. Miss Jamaica. Okay, I just read your comment. Yes, Miss Jamaica. Hey, Miss Jamaica. Hey, Miss Keisha. Hold on, Miss Keisha, because I'm trying to see your comment, but show. Okay. You said we had a ball in Tiff chat last night. She always doing it up. Baby, Brett 1411 had me all the time. That's crazy. The crazy part is she's actually speaking the truth in her. Miss Lacondas. That's what make it so unique. It ain't nothing. It ain't no made up nothing. It's actually the truth. And she put it into a rap and put music behind it. And it's got people going out of control. Because my thing is, if it wasn't real, if it wasn't, if it was fake, if it was false, then they wouldn't even be tripping as hard as they would be. I mean, they are. They wouldn't be tripping as hard as they are. These people are spiraling. You have grown people out here spiraling, taking people to court, filing TPOs, filing false charges. I've been a witness to the false charges. I've been a witness in court. I've been carried a witness for a lot. That's what I'm saying. If you can't handle your content, without your anger, that means keeping this intact. Or, man, how should I be maneuvering? Because it's a lot of content creators that started in this saga that have healthy pages. They page, and I'm sorry if I get dinged for mentioning her, and I always mention her. Harmony Speaks content has never changed. It has been the same from beginning to end. And I'm talking about Harmony. Harmony Speaks because, and I watch her. I haven't been over there in a month or so, but I watch Harmony. You know why? Because her content never changed. She's always been the same exact person that she's been from the beginning. She's never came out and spazzed out on no one. She hasn't. She has not. She has not attacked a content creator, I don't think, that I know of. But her stuff is the same. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like she heard someone talking or mentioning her name and she spazzed out on them. You know, like, oh, Birdworm, I heard you. She's never did that. She's never sent anybody to attack nobody else. So I can mention her. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no bad blood with Harmony. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no bad blood with none of them. However, the particular ones who was out here badgering, bad mouthing, bullying, inciting, poking, the mental is not there. The mental is not there. The mental stability for you to even carry a page is not there. So you basically just walking around here on YouTube with a page to bash other content creators because you don't know how to get your content, or you don't know how to draw in people, or you feel like I'm such a fan whore, you know, like I need to have my fans, that I'll do anything for my fans to be noticed, to be noticed. I'll do anything. I'll bash other content creators. I'll take other content creators to court. I'll file false charges. I'll file false lawsuits just so I can get an amen from the people who support me because they don't like the person. So because we have a mutual liking for not liking someone, I can file these charges and get an amen. However, let me tell you what comes along with that. Yeah, she's gifted into, hey, my Shells, I'm glad you're in here because I think you're my only moderator, if I'm not mistaken. TC, you sound like Cousin Break Room. Everybody say, everybody say that. We sound alike. Baby, we sound alike. They asked us if we was real cousins one time. We went somewhere and we were just like, yeah, we were real cousins. But just look at it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling the false truth, just let me know. Because sometimes you have to wiggle out of wordplay. You have to wiggle out of people being mind controlled for the sake of being mind controlled. You ain't got no reason for being mind controlled. You just want to be mind controlled because you don't have your own mind. That's how I look at it, y'all. You want to be mind controlled because you ain't got your own mind. And that goes for supporters too, because if you're around here following content creators who are not giving you real content, because real content is content vlogging on someone else and breaking it down and, you know, having an opinion, this, that, and the other, not bashing, not in groups, not building fake pages to bash the person you don't like. I'm talking about content. I'm talking about you actually talking to your people with being level-headed, not spewing lies. If you want to say you want to be a lie teller, just say I want to I'm on here just telling lies. All right, y'all. I just want to come out here and tell lies because I can and I want to. But in the end, it's not gonna do nothing but hurt you. It ain't gonna do nothing but hurt you. But now we're in this saga thing. We're in this. Thank you, Shells. We're in this Harmony Church is in a more and I'm Morris Bush. Yes, Miss Dimitri. You said it's a lot of people on this app that needs to log off and get on someone's couch for a few sessions. It's a few of them that need a padded room and a mental evaluation with a 72-hour involuntary hold. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Rashida. If nothing else, people do need to know that you just can't go around here spreading lies and making up fake charges, and because in the end it ain't gonna do nothing but hurt you. Going back to court, just say for instance, the other party, not Amora, the other party. If I'm not mistaken, they're out of the country. So just think about it. To prove a point to let me tell you what you had to do. And you might not like me, girl, after this. And I'm just looking at it from my side. Okay. Just check this out. Hey, Miss Sonia. Hey, cousin. What's going on? Okay. So check this out. The other party stays out of the country, right? So this is what you did to prove your point to the people that support you. Let me just say this. This is what you did. You caught a flight in the States. I know that takes time because you got to show passports. You got to get it stamped, blah, 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 blah. I know you ain't got legal citizenship there yet. So we're not going to even say that, because if your husband is military, nah, it ain't going down like that. Trust me, I know. So you had to catch a flight, which I probably know is not cheap, back into this country, right? You had to book a hotel room, right? For this whole session. You had to catch a Lyft or Uber to and from where you had to go to hear your case, right? Thank you, cousin. So you did all that. All that requires money. I don't care how you slice it or dice it. All that requires money. So you did all that. Hey, Keisha, what's going on, girl? So you did all that to prove to your supporters and the people that you are trying to big yourself up for. You did all that for them to get it thrown out, pretty much. Because it pretty much is thrown out if he just said it seems like it was some cat fighting between the both of you, right? Pretty much, he said, yeah, y'all cat fighting. So basically, what you did was, hey, Retro sis, what's going on? I gotta read your comment. You said, hey, sis, what the hell? I didn't even know you was live. I don't get your notifications anymore. I happened to be scrolling and clicked on the video and noticed this was a live. I'm glad you clicked on it. But a lot of people said they ain't been getting I don't know what's going on. A lot of people said they ain't been getting my notifications. But you know what? Because I changed the time on it because I had it previously, but I had changed the time on it. So that could be it too. You know, I haven't been any notifications from you at all. I have to go to your page to see your contents. Okay. Go ahead, sis. Rachel is my sister. She the one talking about this app, y'all. Truth, she get you together. Okay. You said, Miss Jamaica said, I witnessed yesterday when, I don't name a lot. when I went to this other content creator, did a whole live about CW, DW, because she thought they were talking about BB. Instead of her doing research only to find out that BB has nothing to do with it, shake him up. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How in the world you want to build your page on lies for your supporters because you feel like you're not going to get support if you don't genuinely be yourself? Let me tell you something about my page. I'm going to get it how I live it. Okay? I'm going to get it how I live it. And that means I don't have to become something I'm not. Period. You know what I'm saying? I can genuinely stay to myself and be comfortable in the skin that I'm in and build my page that way. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I can get messy sometimes, but messy is not me all the time. You get what I'm saying? So because I get a few more supporters from my messy, people will gonna have to know that I want people to be positive too. Slow bus riders blog. They're falling out the bushes. Hey y'all, TC, yes, hundreds of dollars, if not a few thousand, just to get denied. And the things she alleged as defamation was hilarious. Slow bus. When Amora said the things that she said that was defamation, I was like, wait a minute, what? You know, and I'm like, did that actually happen? Did she actually say that in the courtroom? This is my thing. Once again, if you really had a case, then you would have won it. If you felt like you really had a case, you would have won it, right? This is me. If I know that I have a case against you, like, yeah, I'm taking you to court and I got a case against you. I know that I have a case. Before I do, because this been going on. Like, this didn't just, she didn't just file a week ago and then they back in court. So you had time to prep, get legal counsel to tell you, look, this is what I want to go in with. And this is my thing. You had a price tag on this case. You get what I'm saying? So I would have did all my research before I went into court. You get what I'm saying? Let me do my research because this is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get this. So I don't want nothing to be throwing that off. I don't want nothing to be throwing that off because that's my goal. My goal is to come in here and win this. So let me get legal counsel to tell me if I actually have a case so I don't be wasting my time because I want to come out with a judgment. Not with a denial. I don't want to get denied. So let me do what I need to do to get this situated because that's what this is my aim. This is my tactic. So let me get legal counsel involved, see who I could talk to, have a one-on-one with to even see if I have a case. Before I waste my money, I'm not wasting my money to prove a point to nobody. I'm not. And that's what it seems like all these people are doing. They're wasting money to prove a point to their supporters. Hey, Miss Shawn, I'm so glad you're in here. I'm gonna have to learn how to add people to my screen because this is restream. I've never, you know what I'm saying? It's better though because I can stream live from my Facebook page. But I want you up here too because Miss Shawn is of legal counsel. You know, she does legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she know the legal rigmarole. You know what I'm saying? My sister Shawn know it. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to see is, okay, hold on. Miss Rashida said, then she tried to say it wasn't about the money. Then why ask for anything monetarily? If it wasn't about the money, proves my point, right? You just proved my point, Miss Rashida. If she said it wasn't about the money, then you was in there trying to prove a point. Once again, you're trying to prove a point to who? Who you trying to prove a point to? But your supporters. You get what I'm saying? So you're trying to prove a point to your supporters, trying to see if I'm going to come out on top because everybody on these streets or the people that she rocking with don't like this particular person. So yeah, I have to prove a point. But let me tell you something. My time valuable. It's about a win and a validation. Truth in the city. I couldn't have said that better. You said, what we talking about, TC? Well, my title, Miss Shawn, is court cases, TPOs, and denials. I'm talking about the whole saga thing in general. And I guess I wanted to speak on it because Amora was talking about, her situation, and she was trying to enlighten people on don't waste the court's time filing false charges or frivolous charges on people when you ain't even got your stuff together and it's going to be thrown out. Now, this is what I used to say. And the reason I'm saying that too is one time, I had to keep going back and forth to court with my two girls' father for child support. The dude never shows up, right? He never wanted to pay child support, right? Never. He just didn't. So I had to think as a single parent, like the last draw was when my kids was in middle school. He didn't show up. They didn't, say something. They said he had a probation officer. I checked in with her, and it was like, if he report, he report. So my thing was that day, I said, I'm not wasting not now more of my time taking off work, coming up here for court. I got to take care of my kids. That's money out of my check that I have to miss from work because I'm up here trying to get a dude to take care of his responsibilities. I'm not doing it. So once again, I stay with that because you've had people on here because I filed a charge on you, you gonna go file a charge on me. Really didn't have no reason, but I'm gonna call it what you called it. So we both gonna be in court. Yeah. My head just started. You gonna file charges on me because I filed charges on you. You don't really even have a reason to file charges on me, but because you filed charges on me, I'm gonna file charges on you. Because I don't like you and because I don't care that you getting on me because I was getting on you, I'm gonna file charges on you. Because I don't like or I can't take you talking about me like I talked about you, I'm gonna dox you and I'm gonna file charges on you. That's how it seems like it's working on these YouTube streets. You said social media doesn't belong in court. What we deem as harassment is freedom of speech, and social media judges know this. It's a waste of time. Sis, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I remember the first time we went to court with Toya, it was one more incident, social media incident in there. But theirs had been going on back and forth with each other, and people had pulled up on each other. Like they had literally did all that. So theirs was a little more. But you coming in here because I'm talking about you, we're back and forth, we're bantering each other back and forth. And then you get mad because you can't handle that maybe I cut you off or I ain't messing with you like that no more or whatever the reason is. You get mad. That means that lets me know, brings me back to this. You cannot control your emotions. Do you need to take a break from this or do you even need to really even be on here if you can't control your emotions? Because all through your life, I'm pretty sure your mama told you you're going to have people that's going to talk about you in school. You're going to have people that's bad mouthing me. mouthing you, you're gonna have all kind of people coming your way. Everything is not gonna be what you think it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like your life is not gonna be all roses. You get what I mean? So you have to determine emotionally, you have to have emotional intelligence when it comes to social media. You do. You said, and that's why you get legal representations to alleviate the strains of more time waste to travel to these places. Exact. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like this situation with Amora has just happened. It's been so when you at first, soon as you put that charge in, why you didn't get legal counsel? Let me get a legal counsel to see if I even have a case before I waste my money coming back in the States, getting a hotel, getting Uber money, get back and forth, being away from my children, being away from my husband to take somebody to court to prove a point. It's kind of crazy. You said, I don't know if this is allowed, but I saw on a certain CC's wall mentioned that TM is in contempt of court. Did Toya file on her again? I don't know. See, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Toya hasn't been out here talking about that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where they got that from. I haven't heard Toya say anything about nothing. So yeah, I don't know about that. I don't. Miss Rashida said it was funny because other parties was bragging about being able to do the case by remote, but wanted to show up big Billy bad in person to get denied. I think said person is flat out embarrassed now, which proves what I said, Miss Rashida. You have to keep up a facade because you've been out here maybe telling false narratives, maybe telling false truth, allegedly. So now that I have these supporters who are supporting me because I've been out here with the false narratives, I have to keep those same supporters. But if you were genuinely you, would you need that type of support? I'm just asking. Would you really need that type of support? Just asking. Because you can't come out here thinking that you can say whatever you want to say to anybody you want to say it to without any consequences. And I'm talking about without any retaliation. You can't think that I can say what I want to say, but I want you to shut up. That the people not operating in that space. people are not. People are not operating in that space. They're not. So you can't be on here thinking that you're going to one up somebody by taking them to court and then you be out all this money because in the back of your mind, you probably feel kind of crazy. You do. You might feel kind of crazy. You might feel kind of crazy because people don't come to social media to be authentically them. They probably are trying to come to social media because they're trying to separate how they are in their real life. Maybe this is something that will take me away from me drowning in unhealthy emotions. And that's just how I see it. You can't put false charges on someone expecting a win and then come on here and then expect another win. I'm just going to say, if that makes any sense, because I know sometimes I could be a little out there, but just know your lane. Everybody can't be in your lane and you can't be in everybody else's lane. Just keep steady to your own lane. You just never know how people are going to look at you genuinely. You get what I'm saying? You'll never know how people will look at you genuinely for you just being you, for you being you. I don't care how long it take you to figure out you, but figure out you. Stop trying to live in other people's footsteps or stop trying to live for other people. If you stop trying to live for other people, I promise you, your lane will be rewarding and you will be rewarded for the lane that you kept. All right, y'all. I gotta go because I gotta clock back in. But I love y'all. Always do your positive affirmations. And I hope y'all took something from this as far as keeping your emotional intelligence intact when dealing with things on social media, dealing with their platform on social media. Okay? Do y'all positive affirmations. Please do your positive affirmations because it can change some of these negative that you have in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the day. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this live if you want to. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. I love y'all people. Thank you for supporting me. And I'm out. Peace, y'all.